Like for Jake Paul, his legacy is going to be, he can knock out old people.
It's kid's legacy is that he's going to knock out old people. Shut the up, KSI. Your legacy is what, dude? He's all, I'm a billionaire, son. I'm like, that's pretty good, actually. You're right. It's pretty good. Hey, do you look at this video right here, KSI, and you're like, yeah, this seems like a fight that would have been crazy. All right, Jesse on fire. Let's go. We got a big video. We're gonna talk about Dana White on Happy Punch. I'm sorry, not on Happy Punch. He was on Triple C and Kamaru Usman's show, and apparently he talked about the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. So we're gonna go over that. I want to show you some comments that he made there. Then I'm gonna show you some interesting stuff about the fight. Some news that came out that Jake Paul's pulling out of the fight because he's injured, which is fake news. I don't know. Like, it's not just that it's fake news that I want to cover it. I want to show you how many people watched this and then how many people liked the video about it when it's completely fake. It's crazy. Dude, you're talking like 150,000 views in 6 hours on a completely fake story. Like a 100% fake story, thousands of likes. I'm like, nobody goes and Googles to see if this is true. Anyway, now I'm also going to do a little bit more on this KSI and Logan Paul video, because if we're going to be talking about people hating on Jake Paul, like this fake story that is not real, like I told you I'm going to cover, let's also go to these two clowns hating on Jake Paul. Also, let's just make it a Dana's hating on Jake Paul, except when you get into it, he's not really hating on Jake Paul. And then we'll go into people who are actually hating on Jake Paul because it's fun. We'll read some comments. We'll have a great time. Oh, and then we're going to watch some of this. More Mike Tyson knockouts from his prime. So let's rock and roll. Let's get into it. I want to thank the sponsor of this video, Yo Kratom. $60 kilograms, best price you will ever find on the internet. And let's jump into it right now. All right, let's rock and roll. And I will save my comments until after this. Let's listen to this thing.
You know, I love Mike. And I hate talking about it because he always gets mad at me when I talk about this stuff. But when the fight happens, he'll be 58 years old. It'll be a 31-year age difference. You know, Jake Paul did fight a kid his age, and he lost. I just saw this thing on the internet yesterday. If he beats Mike Tyson, he's going to fight Clint Eastwood next. Clint Eastwood's 93 years old.
On the verge of Jake Paul, if you want to be taken seriously as a fighter,
but he doesn't.
You know,
it's
so
he doesn't want to be taken seriously.
That's where I'm getting.
What Jake wants is Jake wants to make money. The people that follow Jake Paul don't buy Jake Paul's fights. So Jake Paul has to fight people who can actually sell pay-per-views. You know,
this is a fact. Okay, so a couple things. So number one, I don't even think that Dana. This is not even Dana hating on him. I don't even think Dana said anything that's even controversial. You know what I mean? Like Jake wants to make money. Jake wants to fight guys, but he's not trying to take, he's not trying to get taken seriously like a UFC world champion. At least I don't think so. Like the way I think that's what the disconnect is between my like excitement around his fights and like certain guys like Bisping who hate this kind of stuff, dude. Is like, I just look at it, like I've said this a million times, it's a perfect metaphor. If I found out that two homeless 68-year-olds were going to fight on the tee of the golf hole that I live on, I would literally stop whatever I'm doing and go jump my back fence to make sure I got there in time to watch these two 68-year-olds bang it out. I like watching people fight, man. Obviously. Like, I don't look... The conversation's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like in terms of, is he a world-class guy? Like that's why I don't even understand the disconnect when I say if even a moderately similar version of Mike Tyson shows up, this is over. Like there is, like as much as people can't connect quality of opponent to outcome, like I've talked about a million times, it's like, dude, at a certain point you have to be able to look and go, dude, this guy he just fought is an Uber driver. Yeah, he had some fights. He's an Uber driver. This is Mike Tyson. So that's what I'm saying. And like normally, of course, like a 58-year-old version of anybody, you'd be like, bro. Mike Tyson's the only exception to that rule, which I think Jake's going to find out the hard way. Like, honestly, I think I think that their interpretation of this is actually correct. Where they're like, where Bisping and Dana are like, what the... You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're going to fight a 60-year-old man? Like, I don't disagree with their take. I just think that Tyson at age 58 looking at his training, watching the Roy Jones fight is so nasty that he's still going to just be a nightmare. I think in the first round, Jake's going to be like, what on earth did I do? You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I mean, I don't think Dana said anything that's incorrect. I don't even take it as him hating on him, dude. You know what I mean? So yeah, the Clint Eastwood line's pretty funny though. That's pretty funny. And the more footage that I watch of Tyson right now, the more I'm like, damn, son. Like, has Jake Paul fought a heavyweight? Has Jake Paul fought anyone who is a professional boxer, who's even built anywhere remotely close to Mike? Like, everything about this is so different than anything he's ever done. Now, maybe Mike can't take a shot. Who knows? I mean, Jake Paul has nuclear power. I just don't think he's going to be able to land anything on Mike. Oh, also the thing that he said, very important, that the people that follow Jake don't buy fights. That's fact, dude. And that's a serious problem just in general for the next generation of businesses that rely on pay-per-views. You know, like that's a serious problem for UFC too. Dana knows it, obviously. It's not just a Jake Paul problem. It's a young people problem. Because listen, man, like I buy every event. We've talked about this 1,000 times. I buy every event out of principle. Not because it's hard to steal them, dude. It is incredibly easy to steal. It's shockingly easy to steal them. You know, I've done it like a handful of times when, for one reason or another, where like digital infrastructure, I couldn't access, you know, a pay-per-view. One time I bought a fight when I was in Puerto Rico? Yeah, Puerto Rico. No. Dominican Republic, I'm sorry. And then I couldn't access the fight through the app. And so I just went to one of those rip sites and I watched it so easily. I was like, wow, man, this is very problematic for fight companies that rely on pay-per-views, man. It just is. It's going to change the game. Like, dude, if they don't figure out a way to plug that hole, they're going to have to change the entire business model, my opinion. You know, but obviously I'm sure these guys have been planning ahead for that. But that's got to be infuriating, you know? If you think about like how much money and effort goes into these things, and you're one of the stakeholders, and you know for sure that the vast majority of people that are watching your event are stealing it. Like the vast majority of people are stealing it. I don't know. I mean, like that's, I really don't think, I mean, I don't know if people would pay to watch Jake Paul fight, you know, like young people, but I do know that young people just generally do not buy pay-per-views. But I could be totally wrong. We'll see. But yeah, I saw another clip of Dana today that Connor, this kid Connor, that a buddy of mine that went to the Jake Paul and Nate Diaz fight. He sent me, and Dana's talking about how when they were going to have his son, he told his wife she had to reschedule the birth, and she did a C-section to make sure that it didn't fall on the Saturday where Chuck Liddell was fighting. And I was like, that shit's so gangster. I would have done the same thing, 100%. Absolutely for sure. Absolutely for sure. I mean, like I have 3 kids, all 3 of them were scheduled, you know, like you can't, believe it or not, you can schedule it, you know? Actually, you know what? I take that back. The third one was like the day before it was scheduled, came on my wife's, deceased stepdad's birthday. I think in her mind, she literally was like, it's coming that day. It's coming that day. So anyway, it's not here nor there. Now let's look at hater number 1 and hater number 2. None of which, like these are the 2 most inexcusable haters on the block, you know. Celebrity Stock. I don't know what this channel is, but, and honestly, I haven't even watched this video. I just figured I would throw this in there because fuck KSI and fuck Logan Paul. And let's just see what they say.
Like for Jake Paul, his legacy is going to be, he can knock out old people.
The kid can fight 100%. And that's how
the kid's legacy is going to be that he could knock out old people. The kid's legacy is that he's going to knock out old people. Shut the fuck up, KSI. Your legacy is what, dude? He's all, I'm a billionaire, son. I'm like, that's pretty good, actually. You're right. It's pretty good. Pretty good. He's all, I basically just, I turn it up. I professionally turn it up. And then I put my name on this thing Prime, and now I'm a billionaire. I'm like, fuck, that's pretty good, dude. That's not a bad legacy, man. I got to admit. And you are pretty fast. You're still a clown, though. I can't help it, dude. That's just, that is what you are, dude. You are a fucking clown. I made an executive ruling, okay? Since these guys, KSI clearly has never watched Tyson fight, as you guys will remember from such comments as, listen, if Mike Tyson was in his prime, then this would be a really good fight. Then this would be crazy. This would be crazy if Mike Tyson in his prime. Hey, why don't you watch some of these and you tell me how you think you and Logan and Jake would have done against this version of Mike Tyson. Let me just let me fast forward here. This is a good one. And, oh, this poor white dude. Oh, good God, dude. You think any of these guys ever got hit like that? I think not, dude. There you go. Hey, you think that would be crazy, bro? Hey, do you look at this video right here, KSI, and you're like, yeah, this seems like a fight that would have been crazy. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, you box, man. You should be able to look at this and objectively go, yeah. Oh, I love this because Donnie Long is such a cocky little prick, dude. Boop. Good night. He gets up from that one, then he gets back up and good night. Actually, I think he gets knocked down again, and then he gets knocked out. I can't. Yeah. See, he goes down there, then he gets back up. He's all, I'm fine. And then, watch out, Donnie. Good night. Oh, man, dude. The Donnie, and you got to hear, like, the interview before that, because Donnie's all, listen, man, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to teach him a lesson. This guy was also undefeated. Mike Tyson and this guy were both, like, 7 or 8-0. And, this is what happens, dude. Tyson in his prime versus KSI or versus Jake Paul. If it was, in his prime, this would be crazy. That might be the dumbest comment in the history of combat sports. KSI saying that if it was him in his prime, it would have been crazy. It's so dumb. Good God. That is just so bad, dude. Gook. He is such a killer, man. Good night. That's all right, dude. Come back another day. Oh, this guy got off. He's all, I'm just going to keep throwing punches at him. And then, no one's ever come at Mike like this. No one has ever come at Mike like this. I think I'm just going to keep throwing punches. Oh, I'm asleep. Ooh, man, that hurt. Hold on. I think I can get up. I think I can get up again. And he's like, and I don't think that's a good idea. Good night, dude. Oh, see that aggressive tactic? Not so much, dude. It's like, it's one of those things, one of those things. There's nothing good coming out of, yeah, that guy's 270 pounds or something like that, dude. But it's cool. Maybe 240. Oh, Frank Bruno, one of the best boxers ever, like one of the best ever, one of the better heavyweight boxers ever. And Tyson, that's what Tyson did. But, Jake Paul probably have a much, it'd be crazy. If it's Tyson in his prime, it'd be crazy. Shut the fuck up, dude. What an absolute moron. You should have maybe watched 1 or 2 of his videos, just maybe catch up on what it looked like to fight Tyson in his prime before you start saying idiotic stuff like that, just destroying your credibility forever. Look at that, dude. Look at that. Oh. They don't get it, dude. They do not get it. Oh. Good God, man. God, I can literally watch these forever. It's like, dude, hey, Jesse, you're going to live the rest of your life on a deserted island and you can only watch one video. Like, it would have been like all Mike Tyson's fights. I'm good. Bat. Oh. Look at that. Hey, you better hope he's 58, dude. Hey, you better hope that he comes out 58 years old and not even remotely near this, dude. Pretty sure he had a gentleman's agreement with Roy Jones to not throw like this. I don't think he has one with Jake, dude. Anyway, that's probably enough. Let's move on. Anyway, I want to talk about this, though, right? So this is a video that's done by, a channel called Boxing Zone. I got nothing against this channel. I don't know anything about it. All I know is that this is a video, okay, that says, an angry Mike Tyson reacts to Jake Paul's fake injury to avoid their fight. Okay, so bottom line, I'm not even going to make you watch it. I'll tell you right now. It directly says that Jake Paul went on a flurry of posts on X, that indicate that he's pulling out of the Mike Tyson fight because he's injured, which is just straight up not true. Like, it's just not true. I looked everywhere. I went to his Instagram. I went to his X. I went to his Instagram. I Googled it. It's just not true. It's just fundamentally not true. Okay. Now, this video got 171,000 views and got 3,600 likes. That's not like a bad ratio at all. It's like, this is completely made up. Like, this is a completely made up story. There's nothing about this that's true. And then it's like, Jake got scared, period. Jake's a punk. I'm tired of young punks. I'm surprised Jake wasn't sanctioned under the Mental Health Act for even thinking about getting in the ring with Iron Mike. Now, listen, this is coming from someone who thinks that Mike Tyson's going to win. But it's like, I'm reading these, like, I'm just going to keep reading these. And you just, I mean, I don't know. Do with this what you will. I find it extraordinarily bizarre that, like, people are this fast to hate on Jake, like, without even, like, looking. It's like, this is, like, the problem with humans, okay? Like, you can hate on people, but at the very least, like, just double check the information. You know what I mean? Jake's the one who wanted to fight in the first place. Yeah, I know. Let's just see what they said. He's the one that wanted the publicity. He thought Mike was washed up. Like the rest of the fights, he thought it'd be a wash. Silva, until a video came out demonstrating his lack of power, skill, and ability, and Mike's came out demonstrating the polar opposite. Hell yeah, Tyson. Dude, what are you... Like, all of the... Where is the person who's going, this is fake fucking news? I cannot see Jake Paul fighting Tyson, as he will be destroyed. I still wouldn't want to throw hands with Mike Tyson. I don't care if he's 57 years old. He still hits explosively hard. Yeah, I know. Listen how stupid all these motherfuckers sound, dude. Jake Paul trying to fight Mike Tyson is like Eminem versus Machine Gun Kelly. No. Just because they old doesn't mean they still ain't good at their craft. Okay, that actually, I'm sorry, I apologize. That actually is a good comment. Correct, that's a good comment. Also, though, in case you did not know, okay, the Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly beef was a PR stunt, and if you go back and listen to the one that Machine Gun Kelly did, the black and white video, Eminem wrote that song. He got Machine Gun Kelly to perform it. Okay, Eminem wrote a battle rap against himself, and then had Machine Gun Kelly perform it, pretending like they had a beef in order to promote Eminem's new album. Okay, I know it sounds very conspiratorial. Trust me, that is what happened. You signed the contract, big boy. Let's see what you got. Tyson is not broke. Do your research. Who? What? Yeah, no, he's not broke at all. I don't know who said that he was. Let's see what these people say. Yeah, he literally has the biggest vape. Oh, look at that, dude. What's up, TJ? Educating fools. Listen, dude. All right, good. So people are educating people. People are educating people. That's good. That's good, because that's correct. He is definitely 100% not broke. Why does everybody keep saying Mike's doing it for a big payday when he owns the world? Yes, exactly. Mike is just waiting for Tyson to age another 10 years, or Jake is waiting to... Okay, that's funny. Why won't anyone call this channel out for this fake story? I mean, like, as a matter of fact, I'm sorry. Why won't anyone do it? This story is, oops, I don't need to do them all caps, but like, this story is not real. There you go. Like, that's all it takes, man. The story's not real. Jesse, are you just hating because this guy got 172,000 views inside 10 hours? Yeah, I am. Those are views that are undeserved. It's a completely fake fucking story. And there's no way YouTube knows that because no one's double checking it for some reason. For God's sake, man. I mean, come on.